Hey Aquarius, what's going on everybody? It's Am from CancerMoonsTarot, and I'm coming at you guys with your mid-May 2022 tarot reading. How are you guys? I hope you guys are well. Without a further ado, let's go ahead and jump on into today's reading and see what we got going on here for mid-May 2022. What do we got coming up here for Aqua, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus throughout mid-May 2022. Now, we did have two cards that decided to shoot on out. We have here Just Breathe, and we have here Nurture. So, coming into the second half of the month, it does feel like it's time here to take a step back and really focus on your wants, your needs, and your desires. You know, you might be in an energy here, Aquarius, where you've kind of been focusing a little bit more on the needs and the desires of other people. You know, maybe potentially you've been nurturing somebody else for quite a while here, and you might have been noticing that that's been throwing you a little bit off balance. Right? When we're constantly taking care of other people and we're not in a position to where we're taking care of ourselves as often, it can definitely make us feel incredibly drained and incredibly off balance. So I feel like jumping into the second half here, what the universe wants you to do is they want you to take a step back, take a deep breath, and focus on nurturing yourself a little bit. It's totally okay right now to get into an energy that's a little bit more selfish. If you need to take a break from people, if you need to take a break from partnerships, if you need to back out of commitments that you just feel are too big for you right now and that are something that you can't commit to because you're not in resonance with it, don't worry about that. You know, right now it's like the time to worry about yourself. Let's go ahead and have a look here into the recent past before we go any further. What do we have here in the recent past here for Aquarius? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus zodiacs. All right, first card out is the Devil. So the Devil is definitely one of those big energies of feeling stuck or getting stuck in a situation. It does represent the zodiac of Capricorn too, so you could be connecting with one. We also have here the Eight of Wands, and then lastly for your recent past Aquarius, we have here the Ten of Wands. Yeah, so I feel like coming into your recent past Aquarius, you know, this situation wasn't too positive for you. It was definitely something that was very draining because the Devil card could be feeling very trapped around somebody, so you could have felt super trapped in a connection, super trapped in a relationship. Whether it was romantic or not doesn't really matter. And the thing about the Eight of Wands is that you wanted to change it. You wanted it to transform into something wonderful, transform into something beautiful. You know, the Eight of Wands is about wanting to take the step in the right direction, but it still feels to me that it didn't lead in the direction you wanted it to, because with the Ten of Wands, all that was left over was more burdens, more problems, more weight for you to carry at the end of all this, and it definitely left you in quite the drained spot, in quite the drained space. Now let's go ahead and have a look here at the current energies for you. What are going to be the current energies here for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout mid-May? Let's go ahead and have a look. First card out, we have here the Nine of Wands, we got the Knight of Swords, and we have here the Four of Pentacles. So taking a look at the current energies, we do have kind of a similar situation, but slightly a little bit different. I think that this is about you guys realizing that you've been holding a lot in here with the Nine of Wands. You know, Nine of Wands is typically one of those cards where you feel like you've been holding a lot in, you haven't opened up, you haven't had a release. And the Knight of Swords over here, I think, is you guys getting ready here to kind of convey what it is you've been dealing with, what it is you've been bottling up. So you're getting ready here to open up, Aquarius. And with the Four of Pentacles, everything that you've been holding on to, and essentially everything you've been holding back, is getting ready here to be released. So Aquarius, it's like I can't bite my tongue anymore. I can't hold back about how I've been feeling. I've just been bottling up a lot inside, and it's time for me to really speak my honest truth and, you know, let something out here, have that major moment of release. So Aquarius, as far as what I'm picking up on here for you, a situation that wasn't doing too well in the past kind of continue to carry out into your present. And coming into the present moment here for you throughout mid-May, it's like, I cannot bottle this up anymore. I cannot continue to deal with the situation anymore. I have to let out how I've been feeling. I have to blow off some steam, and I have to take action here to do something about the way that I've been feeling, because the way that I'm feeling is not helpful and it's not healthy for me. Okay? So I think that you're getting ready here to really open up and have that major moment of relief, and also allow yourself to say, it's time to move in a different direction because I need to move away from this entirely. You know, in your past, going back to that Eight of Wands energy, you tried to change something for the better, but when you realized that that wasn't working and that that's not happening, this is about walking away from something that is not really up to you to change. You know, remember, it takes two to tango. If you want to change something within a relationship, the other person has to be on board. If the individual you're dealing with is not on board to any sort of changes, it's not going to work out at all. It's going to be a situation that's beyond your control. All right, so let's go ahead and have a look here at your challenge or your potential challenge for this month. What is going to be the challenges that Aquarians are facing throughout mid-May? We had the Six of Cups that decided to jump out. Let's go ahead and get 2 more cards. We also have here the Justice card, and then lastly, we have here the Six of Wands. So, taking a look here at the challenge for you guys moving throughout mid-May, Six of Cups, the Justice, and then the Six of Wands. Definitely feels to me like one of the biggest challenges here is taking a look back at your past and realizing how not helpful the situation was then and how not helpful it is now. It's like you're kind of asking yourself, why did I stay in this situation if it wasn't good originally? You know, I think you had a lot of hopes that something would get better over time. I think you had a lot of hopes that something would, prosper into something beautiful, but that wasn't the case here. So with the Justice card, it's like you had this hope in how do I explain this? It's like you hope that in the end the scales would balance out, Don't mind me, by the way, Aquarius. It's very hard to communicate today with my throat chakra, so if it takes me a while to get a message out, just bear with me. I would greatly appreciate that, okay? So in your past, it was like I hoped that in time things would change. I really, really did hope that that would happen, but ultimately it wasn't successful. I imagined it, I pictured it here, right? Taking a look at your challenge, the Six of Cups here to the Six of Wands, what you pictured is that in the present moment today, that in mid-May today, everything would be successful, everything would be working out. But the challenge is that this situation is not how you pictured it to be at all. It's not what you hoped for. So the challenge is kind of accepting the fact that you've put in a lot of time, really riding on hope that a situation would change for the better, but only to realize that you're in the same position as you were involved in your past. I need a little bit more description here with what you're dealing with, or at least why your situation with whatever relationship this is something so negative, that's something that makes you feel so stuck. So give me some information about that here for Aquarius, okay? Tell me about the relationship or connection they're dealing with. Why is it necessarily negative, or why is Aquarius not happy with it? We have here the Nine of Pentacles. So you don't necessarily feel very unified with the person you're dealing with. You also have here the Chariot and the King of Pentacles. Yeah, this is definitely not It Takes Two to Tango. This is like one person here who wants you to do a completely different dance. They like to dance solo, okay? I feel like whoever this is you're dealing with, we got here Nine of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, Chariot. You're connecting with a person here who receives a lot. The King of Pentacles is a person who's very wealthy, right? Now, when I'm talking about wealth, I'm not necessarily talking about finances, so keep that in mind, but this is a person here who's wealthy because they're getting rich off your energy. They're getting rich off of what it is you provide, right? Ten of Wands, you're burnt out over here, Aquarius. You've put in so much work, you've put in so much effort, you've given so much to this person, they've been taking, okay? So I feel like whoever this is you're dealing with has a bit of a greedy attitude. You could be connecting with somebody here who really demands a lot from you. And with the Nine of Pentacles, it's like, I don't feel unified at all. Like, I actually feel like I'm single. I feel like this isn't a friendship or a relationship or any sort of partnership at all, because I don't see where anything is in this for me. It seems like it's all about you. And that energy is carried out all the way up till today here with the Chariot. It could potentially be a Cancer you're dealing with. So this is kind of like the energy where somebody really benefits from what you provide to the relationship. You might be potentially connecting with a person here who needs a lot of your time. Maybe they need a lot of nurturing, because we do have here the Nurture card, right? You could be connecting with somebody potentially here who needs a lot of nurturing, who needs a lot of loving, who needs a lot of your time, who constantly needs you to be around. And that's just not how Aquarians roll, I feel like with the Aquarians that I know in my life, it's not to say that Aquarians can't nurture and can't love and can't care for the people they care for, because they definitely do. But Aquarians don't always want to make certain relationships in their life 110% the only priority and the only focus. Aquarians not only want to nurture their relationships, their friendships, they want to nurture their job, they want to nurture their career, they want to nurture their work, they want to nurture what they enjoy in their life as well. You're never going to catch an air sign being like so head over heart and so like willing to do anything for anybody, like a water sign could potentially be at times, right? Because as you know, water signs sometimes could be so focused on that hopeless romantic energy where they'll do like anything for the person that they love. And Aquarius, that's just not your style. Like, you have a life to live, right? You got bills to pay, you got a career to focus on, you got friends to hang out with, you got activities to do, and you also have a relationship. But it becomes very unbalanced when that relationship that a person has with you is the only thing they want you to focus on. So whether you were dealing with somebody in a romantic sense here or dealing with a friend, you were dealing with somebody here who was asking a lot of your time, a lot of your attentiveness, a lot of your attention. And you did give that to them surprisingly. And it's just something that's not going to work here for you anymore. I think what you were hoping is that things would balance out. This individual was a little clingy at first, but it'll balance out. I think they'll start to understand and respect my boundaries as time goes on and as they get to know me better. Yeah, that didn't change, I feel like whoever you're dealing with here is still very demanding of what you give to them and what you supply to them. So this is going to be about having to cut off the supply here to somebody who is kind of like a junkie for your energy, Aqua. Somebody here is very much so fixated and addicted to what it is you provide for them to the point where they always want more and more and more. But when does it ever become enough, right? Because if your person here is profiting, King of Pentacles, if they're getting everything that they want, if they're already in a greedy mentality and a greedy attitude, they're only going to keep on wanting more and more from you until they drain you to the point where you're dry. So Aqua, I feel like whoever you're connecting with is definitely screaming energy vampire vibes. Whether or not that's their intention, I think your person here has gone beyond what your boundaries originally were, and they're only really thinking for themselves at this current time. It looks to me like they were thinking about themselves and for themselves in the past, and moving into the mid-month, they're kind of still feeling the same way and thinking the same way. All right, let's go ahead and have a look here and see what you'll be dealing with throughout the second half of the month. What are my Aquarians going to be dealing with throughout the second half of May? Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Taking a look at the first card out, we do have here the Star card, which is the Aquarius card, of course. Moving on to the next card, we have here the Five of Pentacles. And then lastly for you is going to be the Moon card. So, based upon what you'll be dealing with, the Star, the Five of Pentacles, and the Moon card, it does look to me like the Star card, especially being Aquarius energy, this is like you guys saying, look, I'm out. Okay, Star card here to the Five of Pentacles. As we know, the Five of Pentacles is that card of really feeling left out in the cold or leaving something out in the cold. So Aquarius, I think you're getting very fed up with this situation. Based upon what you're going to be dealing with is you're going to be dealing with losing your patience, and also you're going to be wanting to resupply your own energy after being so drained with dealing with somebody who is very demanding of your energy in the first place. I feel like the Star card here says, I need to take care of myself. I need to refill my well, okay? Because if you look at the Star card here, you have this man, and he's pouring out of these two jugs into this giant river or this giant well, whatever you want to call it. The Star is a person who puts a lot of energy into the things that they believe in and the things that they support, love, and care about. That says a lot about you, Aquarius, because you really did believe in the person that you were dealing with. You really did support them. You did care for them. So you would do a lot for somebody that you love. But when it gets to the point where they take advantage of that, where it gets to the point where it's never enough what you can provide for them, let alone with them barely providing anything for you, that becomes a very unbalanced and unhelpful situation, and that becomes a situation where you're just getting drained and they're only profiting from it. So I feel here with the Moon card, especially in play here with the Five of Pentacles, it's like despite the fact that I might care about this person, I need to completely take a step back right now and focus on me. So what you're going to be dealing with coming into the mid-month over here is like, I need to focus up on myself right now. I can't really focus up on this person any longer. Let's go ahead and see where things are going to be going, okay? Where are things going to be going here between Aquarius and who they're dealing with? Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout mid-May 2022. Where are things going to be going? And we have here the Knight of Pentacles. We also have here the Eight of Pentacles. And then lastly for you, Aquarius, is going to be the Ace of Wands. Yep, getting a fresh new start, getting a fresh new beginning. I do like this for you, actually. So let's talk about it real quick, okay? We have here Knight of Pentacles. We have here Eight of Pentacles, followed up with the Ace of Wands. So the Knight of Pentacles here is about you keeping a consistent energy of distancing yourself from this person. I feel like whoever you're dealing with is kind of relatively a smooth talker. I don't know why I kind of picked that up from the vibe of who you're dealing with over here. It's like they always know how to keep things going. They always kind of know how to keep this situation continuing. They know how to talk is what I'm feeling here. King of Pentacles. That's a person here who knows how to say the right keywords to get what they want. So it feels to me like you're doing your best to stay as consistent as possible with this Knight of Pentacles, of being at a distance from this individual. All right, so jumping into mid-May, you're cutting them out, you're not talking, you're done having this relationship with them, you need space. You're going to do your best here to be as consistent as you can, and especially if this person tries to pursue you with a chariot, because they might. They might try to stop you. They might say, Aquarius, don't go. We can make this work, right? They might try to let out all the smooth talking they can to keep you around. And it's going to be a lot of work here, detaching from a situation that you were incredibly invested in. But from what I'm picking up throughout this entire reading, Aquarius, is that you're so damn tired. The devil here, being involved with a demon, being involved with the devil, that's a very hard energy to constantly be surrounded by. You are really ready to snip the cord here. So it's going to take a lot of work to completely stay away from this person, but you are moving towards that new, fresh start with that Ace of Wands. So I like to see that for you. I think you are going to be able to keep up with being consistently avoiding this person, and I think that you're going to get to that point where you can feel a lot more relief, It's not going to happen immediately. You're not going to feel relief immediately after distancing yourself from this person. It's going to take a little bit of time, but the more distance you have from them now, and the more that you can kind of focus up on your life and take a breath from them, take a breather, and nurture yourself, the more and more, little by little, day by day, you're going to start to feel yourself getting your energy back, So after walking away from this energetic vampire, it's going to take a while for you to feel like you're resupplied, but you're going to get there. So keep on focusing on keeping that distance, maintaining that distance, and focusing up on nurturing yourself, okay? All right, Aquarius, let's go ahead and jump to the overall outcome here for you. What's going to be the overall outcome for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus throughout mid-May 2022? And what do we have? We have here the Eight of Swords, and then lastly for you, we also have here the Hierophant card. Yeah, I think that this is a lesson that you've learned. You've definitely learned a huge lesson here from this whole connection in general. I think that this is probably the last time you overextend your energy to somebody, especially who wouldn't do the same for you. Because you definitely extended your energy hugely for the person that you were dealing with, but they never really returned the same. So one of the biggest lessons that you're going to learn here is that equal give and take is incredibly important, and you're only going to be making sure that you get equal give and take moving forward. But I feel that with the Hierophant at play here too, paired with this Eight of Swords, it's like what's constantly going to be on your mind is this experience when you meet new people moving forward. I never want my boundaries to be overstepped again. And if I start to see the signs early, I'm cutting people off quickly. This is the energy, Aquarius, of like, this has made a major impact on me. This whole connection and relationship to whomever this person was created a giant impact on you. And it's something that you are never going to allow to repeat again. So this is an experience that you went through. And you're not going to go through that ever again because you're not going to give people the chance. Moving forward, you're going to keep your eye open for the red flags, especially for the people that overstep your boundaries and that are just wanting from you and ain't providing you jack shit, All right, Aquarius, I'm sorry for those of you that this resonates to. It is a rather intense reading. I do wish I could have had something more positive for you, but of course, I'm going to read what I see for you guys. I'm not going to give you guys just this positive reading out of nowhere if that's not what actually comes up. So if it is your message, I hope that this helps in any sort of way. I hope it brings you clarity to know that you're going to be okay. Remember, the key and the game changer for you guys this month is to just keep maintaining your distance from this individual and continuing to focus up on nurturing yourself and doing what you need to do to refill your own cup. All right, Aquarius, so like I mentioned, I'm sorry for the read. I know it wasn't that great, but thank you for being here nonetheless, okay? If it resonates, let me know down below. If you're new here, definitely consider subscribing. And with that being said, Aquarius, much luck to you guys. I hope you guys continue to maintain on your path here. I can't wait for you guys to continue nurturing yourselves, and I can't wait for you guys to start feeling a heck of a lot better, and hopefully we're looking at something brighter for the next month ahead. I love y'all, and have yourselves a good one. Peace.